Welcome to my incredible little life. This is Dila checking in with you one more time. And I got a phone call from my brother, the little one, the littlest of us all. You know, the one that's in college. And he was hitting me up about some money issues. Supposedly, he's got some subscriptions out there that have been just taking money. And so he was like, yo, could you just spot me some cash? And I was like, yo, bro, it's not a problem. But let's fix this issue because I don't want you to take this money and then, we're going to have another call in about like 2 months about the same issue. So I was just trying to handle it and help him out with it. And he was just like, well, it's kind of really complicated because he's got this account and it's not really working and he hasn't really reached out to the company yet or whatever the case is. So I was just saying, like, yeah, you got to handle that, take care of that stuff and make sure that, you got it squared away because these companies don't care. Everything's automated. And of course, when it's subscriptions, it's easy money. So we talked about it for a minute and then we kind of, switched gears as we always do. And it just had me thinking like crazy. It's like, number one, when I was in college, at the beginning of my career in college, there was no such thing really as a subscription as much as we know it today. Like, it's really crazy how like everything is a car payment for the most part, even if it's a small portion or whatever, but you're paying forever for something that you enjoy. And I guess at some point, at some threshold, I don't agree, but at the same time, it's kind of what we dipped into, and once we dip in and go deeper and deeper, it becomes a thing. But, and of course, his other expenses were eating out, of course, DoorDash and all that type of thing, and as well as scooters, which I thought was hilarious. I'm like, dog, you really don't have a income, sir. You're like a college student. You're kind of broke and hustling and trying to get done with school. Like, you don't really have, a system just to be doing these type of things. You know what I'm saying? So we got subscriptions, we got food, and we also have, scooters. And I was just thinking to myself, man, we didn't have scooters. That didn't even exist. Uber was not around whatsoever. That was another one of his expenses. And as well as Bite Squad, DoorDash, Uber Eats, all that stuff did not exist. And subscriptions did not exist because you could still steal everything from the internet. Now the internet's like, pay me, you know what I'm saying? Give me that money. If you want good internet service and you want to watch your favorite anime, your favorite cartoon, your favorite show, pay me. Everything is here, and he's talking to me as if like it's a new experience. You know what I'm saying? Not to downplay his experience because every single experience is different, but it's just like, dude, I know exactly how it feels to have nothing. Like, you literally have nothing. Literally, it was grilled cheese, sandwiches, spaghetti, or some type of like meat and sauce, and quesadillas. And once in a blue moon, when the pockets were good, Subway and Chipotle. Like, that's what it was. And yeah, it was dope, but it was just like that was what we were eating. And I'm not sure. Don't quote me completely on this, but my brother and my brother's girlfriend were the lead of the household, and there was a ton of us in the house. There's probably like, I want to say eight. It's like 8 people, I think, if my numbers are correct, 8 to 9 people living in this house or whatever. And sometimes we got that good fancy meal. I'm not sure if it was on the regular basis. Don't kill me if you're watching this. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, that for the most part was my meal choice, was sandwiches, grilled cheese, Chipotle, spaghetti, quesadillas, and Subway. And during this time, the only reason why I had any money was because that financial aid kickback came back to the account. And you know what I'm saying, you were rich for a moment, you know what I'm saying? And I remember like figuring out the game, taking just the right amount of classes so I can get the best return and all that good stuff. And I would be like, racked up for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I had $2,000 or something like that. And it's so funny because $2,000 ain't shit. Like, it's not even a thing now. It's like $2,000 is nothing. So of course, you know what I'm saying, you get that money. You buy a little bit of electronics, maybe a game or two, maybe even a system, and you go buy some clothes. You know what I'm saying? I was a regular at the Echo outlet every time I got my little money, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta look fresh, you know what I'm saying? It's stupid, but you gotta look fresh. And I remember it like yesterday, man. My mom always told me, don't take no loans out. It happened later in life due to the fact that I didn't understand why I shouldn't take out loans or whatever the case is. But anyways, I remember like yesterday, one of the homies I was living with, he went and bought a computer, an Xbox, and some more shit with his loans. And I was like, you actually went and did that? He was like, yeah, you know, these are things I need, and these things are gonna, you know, take care of me for the rest of the semester, and, you know, and so on. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, really, dog? You spent that money? Laptop, game system, you know, tables for his artwork and all that stuff. So he probably spent like $2,000. He spent my whole little check that I saw, you know what I'm saying? He spent the whole check, but he had the loan cash out, so, you know, he was good. All this reminiscing, of course, comes from the conversation I had with my brother. But it's like crazy. It's like today you can just be like, yo, I want tacos today, or I want a slice of pizza, and it can be delivered to your door. If you need to be picked up, Uber's right there for you, you know what I'm saying? The only real downfall of his current life is them subscriptions, man. Like, when I was young, you could steal everything. Everything was stealable. I loved stealing shit. Like, you could steal music, you could steal movies, programs. And I mean, you can still kind of do it today, but it's just not like what it was. And like, man, you could just steal anything you want. And then you have it on your computer. Like, that's it. Like, my Ableton program for music production is like, at this point, I think almost at $500. But it's like, you could just be like, nah, I'm not buying anything, and I'm just going to be just okay. So it's kind of crazy how this has completely changed. But that hustle grind, you know what I'm saying, getting by type of thing is like, it builds you. It builds you in a way to like be stronger and like take care of yourself and all that stuff. And regardless or not, my brother's in his early 20s, man. Like, their whole entire existence is get it how you live, finesse the game any way possible. So I mean, he winning in his own way and also struggling in his own way as well. So with that being said, that was just on my mind today, and you know how my life was versus how his is now and all that good stuff. But that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.